everybody, it's Terri Marshall with Mill and Deal Designs in Shreveport, Louisiana. I want to take some time today to show you how to do a Terri Bow. A Terri Bow is named after me, and I use it in a lot of my projects, but I want to give you a detailed version of how I make a Terri Bow. So let's get started. We're going to get started now on the Terri Bow. We're going to use ProBowtheHand, and I'm going to start by measuring my wire that I'm going to use. This is 26 gauge floral wire. And I'm going to measure the width. This is just how I do it. Measure the width of the board. Fold it in half. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of wire. Okay, so I'm going to fold that in half. Give it a cut. And then another cut so they're the same size. And we're going to put 1 piece of wire aside and take this first one, fold it in half, and now you have this one ready to go. Alright, we're going to pull the first ribbon. There's 6 ribbon in a Terri Bow. We're starting on row D, and we're going to chevron this end first. My first bow, or my first row that I'm going to do, the tail I usually like it to either about the first row B or even C, but you can always trim them. Then we're going to come right here to the center, and we're going to start to gather in that position. Okay, here's where your first piece of wire comes in. We're going to take it and wrap it around that ribbon and twist it around. You can do it a couple times, or one's really plenty to hold it. All right. So the right side of the ribbon goes right up against that post about halfway. Clockwise, you're going to wrap that wire around and leave the top little piece handy so you're going to be pulling that later. Come down to the nail, wrap it around a couple of times, and then just tuck that wire away from you. We're going to wrap around the first finger. These are called fingers, just like on your hands, because this is a ProBowtheHand. And we're going to gather right there at that center post. Bottoms up. That means the bottom of the ribbon is going to come up to the top so that you keep the orientation of the wired ribbon going the right way, so it's the right side of the ribbon. Now we're going to come around that other post, bring it back to that center position. That's where you start to gather. Hold it and then give it a twist. Here's where your second piece of wire will come in. And I should have bent that before, but it's fine. Second piece of wire comes in, and I go on the right side of the base finger. I say I do. It's kind of crimped and not wanting to come. Alright, there we go. And then bring it right here. Make sure the wire ends are kind of even. And this is your first step. You don't have to really do that ever again. Okay, give it a twist. We're going to cut this end. This is your first tail. These can be trimmed later if you decide you want them shorter. And that was a 1.5, and I'm alternating 1.5 to 2.5 inch ribbon. Make my cut. And then this one's going to be a little longer tail, so I'm going to come back to the center. That's where I'm going to start to gather. And this goes pretty fast once you get rolling. Now we're going to stack this on right on top of that last ribbon we did. Take those 2 pieces of wire and twist them around to hold it. Alright, one up, one down. And then we're going to take this one and wrap it around. Kind of straighten it out if you need to. Bring it right back to that center position. If you want to get your placement and then bring it out a little together, that's good too. You can do that. Give it a twist. We're stacking one ribbon on top of the other. Just keep that in mind as you're going. We're building it sideways. Wrap it around. Bring it back to that center position. Crimp it. And then you can pinch it with your finger and hold it and twist it bottoms up and bring that wire right around it to hold. Give it a nice twist. Cut off your tail. And then we're moving on to the third ribbon. Another 1.5 or 1 inch. This looks like maybe a 1 inch. And then we're going to cut that end. Get your measurement. Back to the center. You can see these steps are just the same thing repeating over and again. Stack right on top of where you just came from. Twist. And around. Gather. Bottoms up. You can tell I've done this a few times. And then back to your center position. If you want a more detailed instructional video, there's some available from Regina at ProBowtheHand on YouTube. You can Google that, or we'll have the link for you. Okay, there's the bottoms up. And then here. Then we're going to a wider ribbon here, so I'm going to get the tail ready. We're about halfway through. We're actually halfway through because we've got 6 ribbon total and we're at number 4 now. So right there is your measurement. Get your pinch. And this bow is going to be used for a summer project, so I wanted a lot of bright colors. I think it's going to be real cute. Okay, so see how we're building the bow straight out from this center finger, base finger, and coming and stacking one right on top of the other. Wrap it around. Come back, find your position, and then you can always bring your ribbon out from the Pro Bow to gather it. Then take it back to the center, bottoms up. Bring it back to center, get your pinch. And then same step over and over. Okay, our last 2. This is another smaller ribbon. Chevron your ends. Get your measurement here. Back to the center, and then pinch. Right side up goes toward or away from you. Pinch it around, or twist it around, not pinch. Wrap it around. Bring it back to that center position. And try as much as possible to keep it coming out from the center. You can see mine's kind of shifted just a tad, but a little bit's not going to make that much a difference after you get it fluffed out. Okay, wrap it around. And then pinch. Bottoms up. And then we're going to twist this ribbon around. Or wire. Why do I keep calling it ribbon? And then the tail. Okay, final one is a 2.5 inch. And part of the fun of a Terri bow is being able to pick all the different colors and combinations, patterns and sizes to complement your project. We're going to do this final gather. Stack it right on top. Wrap it around. Come back to your center position. Gather. Bottoms up. And then wrap it on that final position. And find your center. And then we're going to twist this last one bottoms up. Get that wire on the top, the one on the bottom, and give it a nice twist. Okay, cut this final tail off. Now, from here, you can see that we stacked the ribbon one on top of the other, trying as best as you can to keep it in that center position. Now, what I like to do from here is to start pushing these all toward each other, just to kind of compact them somewhat in toward that base finger. Push, push, push. And then you're going to take this top wire, pull it off completely, come in under where the little nail is and unwrap that one. And then we're just going to squeeze those two together and wrap them really tight. Just pull as tight as you can and get that twisted around. And you can twist the other two with it if you want. Alright. So there you have it. You can see how they're stacked all one on top of the other. Alright. From this point we're going to go to the fluffing, which brings all of it together. And this is a fluff box. You can order these from ProBowtheHand, or you can actually build one if you want. And there's a screw, eyelet screw here, and then there's a nail. What we're going to do is wrap this wire under and wrap it around the wire around that. And this is just to hold it so you don't have to be air fluffing your bow. Now the way to do this fluffing is start at the bottom and see, we're going to go in opposites. So this tail, I want the tail of the other one to go the opposite direction. So you can see they're across from each other. And then here, the loops are going to be across from each other. You can really tug on these and it's not going to hurt anything because it's pretty well anchored in there and wired. Okay, then working your way up, try to bring your next one, the loop, kind of where the tail is, so you don't have two loops stacked on top of each other. And then here's a tail kind of near a loop. And then so we want the loop of this blue on the opposite side of that one. So that's over here. And then this one will go opposite from this one. Now we're just working our way up. There's a green, there's the loop, so we want this loop from this side on across from it. Then I'm going to find the tail. There it is. And again, these can be trimmed. See how this one kind of looks longer than that one? So once we get it ready to put on the project, you can size those up and get them fixed up. Alrighty. Now we're going to move up to this dot. I love this one. It's so fun. And you just see how we're just working our way up to the top. These are opposed to each other. Let's find the opposing tail. There it is. So they're opposed to each other. And then we're going to take the next one, which is this pink. I'll bring it here. This tail needs to come over here. And just tug on it. It's not going to break. It's going to be fine. And then we're in our last one. We want to bring a tail around this way and around this way. Okay. And once you get it on your wreath or whatever you're going to put it on, you can do a final fluff and then do some trimming of these tails. If you wanted these shorter, you can always adjust those later on, like so. But there you have a beautiful, colorful Terri bow. This one needs to just be turned over this way, yeah. And a lot of it has to do with just the fluffing process. You can really get it to look the way it should after you get it fluffed out. Okay, give the Terri bow a try. You will be an expert in no time. And again, if you need further instruction on it, we'll be posting the links on those additional videos that you can reference if you want. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to share, like, comment below this video.
And subscribe to our channel right down here. You'll get notifications of when we have new content loaded up. And we want to invite you to look at our website, www.millandaledesigns.com, and also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find us anywhere. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you.